everyone feeling? How's your day going?
Great.
Great day. What makes it great? What makes your day great?
It's Friday. I'm alive. It's Friday.
It's Friday?
Yeah.
And what specifically is great about it being Friday?
Hey, no school weekend.
2 days off?
Yes, I do.
So you take days off from life, or? I just want to make sure I understand, what's going on. So Friday means that you have to do nothing on Saturday and Sunday?
No school.
Yeah, just relax.
Relax. Okay.
Don't gotta wake up mad early, 6 o'clock in the morning. You can sleep in till like 12 if you want to.
But you missed all that time.
No.
What time do you wake up, mister?
Right.
What time do I wake up?
Yeah.
Do you really want to know the answer?
Yeah, 3.
No sleep, no sleep.
I wake up about 4 a.m.
That's no sleep right there.
No sleep.
I'm not,
Why?
can't see it because it was being
Why?
recorded.
Let's talk about it, shall we? Can I talk about that?
Mm-hmm.
So, first and foremost, happy to be here. Really happy to be here. I like talking to teenagers more than I like talking to adults, because teenagers still have an opportunity to expand and think differently about themselves and their circumstances. Generally, a lot of times adults are one way of thinking and rigid, and that's not all adults. It's just the majority that I've come across. So thank you for having me. Thank you for speaking up the speech. I appreciate it. Sign an autograph or something for you later if that benefits you. This is kind of personal for me. I really enjoy it. I remember growing up in a one-bedroom home with 6 people. I remember bugs crawling out of your food. And I remember seeing my mom struggle. I remember desperately sitting in the classroom like this, just wanting someone to tell me something different, to show me something different, to make me feel differently about myself and my circumstances and the environments that I was in. I remember being a teenage father and feeling ashamed, being laughed at, not knowing how I was going to provide, not knowing what I was going to do, feeling ashamed to tell my parents. I remember those things and desperately just wishing someone would tell me that life was going to be okay, that the mistakes you make don't determine your future. What you do today will always determine what your tomorrow will unfold to be. So I come here because I'm honored and I'm privileged, and I appreciate it so much just to come and share some of the thoughts I have from the perspective of life that I see and the experiences that I have. As you can see, I don't have notes. I may go off track, I may not, but I'm really passionate about you. I don't have to know you to love you, and I don't have to know you to care about you, and I don't have to know you to know that you have potential beyond your wildest imagination, regardless of who tells you anything different. So, by a show of hands, in all seriousness, who wants to be someone? Now, who expects to be someone? That's a no for you. So, I noticed you raised your hand when I asked who wants to be someone. And then I said who expects to be someone. I believe everyone raised their hand again, with the exception of you. What's the biggest difference between want to do something and expecting to do something?
If you expect to do something, it's almost like someone's going to hand it to you. But if you want to do something, it's something you can strive for. It's something you can do for yourself. You can make it your own instead of it just being like, oh yeah, this is going to happen because I expect it to.
Okay, I can agree. And there's numerous ways we can look at wanting an expectation. Generally, when you meet someone who wants something, that's all they really say is they want something. Who play video game here? Play video game? So how many of your friends may say, I want to be the next sports? You like sports?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite athlete?
Athlete?
Yeah, whatever sport.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. So how many friends you may say, I'm gonna be better than Tom Brady?
None of them.
None of them? Anybody just wants to be something like a sports athlete?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many of them actually get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and go practice every day?
None of them.
Every day.
Yeah, no.
You see, but they want to be something, right?
Mhm.
You see, want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. I can tell what you want by what you do. You can't tell me that you want to go to Harvard and you don't have the discipline to come to school and study and be fully prepared to make the grades that's required to go to Harvard or to some of the top schools in the world. So the first step, if you really want to be someone, you have to have the correct attitude. Nothing can stop anyone if you have the correct attitude. Nothing can stop you from achieving your goal if you have the correct attitude, and nothing can help you if you don't have the correct attitude. What does that mean? What does that mean? So who's on the cause side and who's on the effect side of life? Who believes they're on the cause side? By a show of hands. Who's on the effect side? You're on either or. So who's on the cause and who's on the effect side?
I don't know what that means. Like,
You don't know what cause and effects mean.
oh, I'm just saying, like, you know. All right, okay, I do know what it means. I do know what it means.
Okay, so which side are you on? Which side do you think is beneficial to be on if you want to be someone?
Effect.
Why effect?
I don't know. The decisions affect something. The decisions you make affect your goals or something. I don't know.
So when you understand that the decisions you make, which is the cause,
Mm-hmm.
it affects something, which side would you prefer to be on? The cause or the effect side?
The cause.
Bingo. So who's on the cause? Who wants to be on the cause and who's on the effect? You on the cause side? That's good. So I'll tell you a quick story about two men I knew. They lost their jobs. Two men lost their jobs, same company. So you lose your job, the first thing you do, I get another job. So they both went out about 6 months. 6 months searching for a job. No opening. You're overqualified. We can't hire you. We can't pay you. All right? 6 months goes by. One guy becomes depressed. One guy starts hanging out with negative people. One guy starts drinking, doing drugs, trying to do anything to numb the pain of not having a job. His wife would try to talk to him and he would feel miserable and terrible because his wife was working and he wasn't working. One day, he drops his kid and his wife off to school and he said, "Baby, I need the car." And she got excited. She's like, "So you're gonna go search for a new job?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go search for a new job." He got home, left the car running, closed the garage door, and killed himself. The other guy kept going. The other guy believed that no matter how long it takes, no matter how it looks, no matter how I'm feeling right now, there's a job out there. 4 months later, he got a job. Nothing can stop you if you have the right mindset. How many of you know people that are just completely negative? Be honest.
I know my eyes.
Be honest. How many of you know people, and this is interactive. This is interactive. How many of you know people that are completely negative? Listen, when something happens, if the tree wouldn't have fell, I would have made it to work on time. On the effect side. If the light was green, then I would have been on time. On the effect side. How many people that you know are on the effect side of life? That have that attitude that life doesn't happen for you, life happens to you. How effective do you think that's going to be? The thing is, opportunities, time is nothing but an opportunity. This moment right now is an opportunity. You can take advantage of it or you can waste it. But the truth of the matter is, time doesn't wait for you to decide. Time doesn't wait for you to decide to say that I'm going to be somebody. Because while you're going back and forth about who you want to be, what you want to be, time continues to pass. Eventually, one day, I believe all of you will have a long and prosperous life. One day you're going to wake up and be 30. One day you're going to wake up and be 35. And you're going to look around and ponder one or two things. I'm proud of myself, or I let myself down. And that decision starts now by having the right mental attitude. And I would be dishonest with you if I said it was easy. Trust me, anything that's hard may not be worth it, but anything that's worth it will be hard. It's hard. It's hard to see positivity when you're surrounded by negativity. It's hard to do the right thing when everyone and everything around you is doing the wrong thing. It's hard. No one's going to tell you any differently that's actually been through it. It's hard. But it's worth it. It's worth defeating your mind and moving forward in the direction of life that you need to move forward. And the best advice I've ever got about having the right state of mind, about having the right attitude is this: never feel bad about outgrowing someone. If you have goals and you're surrounded by people who don't have goals, never feel bad about outgrowing someone. I have childhood friends. One of them went to the NBA. It doesn't matter. You know what happened? Went to the NBA, came back home, and living in the same house. Why? Because money doesn't change your mindset. If you are ignorant, and then you are ignorant and you run into money, you're still ignorant with money. Money doesn't change your mindset. I grew up in a population of 3,000 people. This young man was the number one player in the nation. Went to Florida University, got drafted by the Denver Nuggets, came $1 million contract or more. Now he's back home. You think your mental attitude don't matter? Who here thinks that his mental attitude didn't matter? Let me see your hand if you think that what he thought about himself didn't matter. By a show of hand, who knows that his mindset put him right back home? Where you go, your environment, your circumstances will only change as much as your mind changes. You want to be somebody. The next thing I'm going to tell you what it's going to take, as I've already stated. It's going to be hard and it's going to take effort. One of my favorite quotes is, if tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give today? If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give today? What would you give if you couldn't say, I would do it tomorrow? The people that you love, the people that you care about. What would you do if you couldn't say, I would do it tomorrow? What would you do?
Do it today.
That's the right answer. The only question is, I said if tomorrow wasn't promised. Is tomorrow promised to anyone, especially with the circumstances that are going on on the national stage of society today? Is tomorrow promised? But yet, why do we, because we're youthful, and youthful is a gift, youth is a gift, because we're youthful, why do we feel as if we're invincible? Why do we feel that if we come to school, we can do whatever we want to do and that tomorrow will be here for us to save us? Why do we feel when we make a mistake, when we make a bad choice, someone should overlook our bad choices for tomorrow? Everyone just agreed that tomorrow isn't promised, but why do we act as if tomorrow is? I'm in the Marine Corps right now. I do funeral service all the time for fallen veterans and for fallen Marines. Do it all the time. I see tombstone with 1980 to 1985. How old is that? How old? 5 years old. I see tombstone from 1990 to 2005. I see tombstone from 2005 to 2015 and so on. These are kids your age. 2000 to 2016. They're gone. What do you think they would have gave to say, I wish I had it tomorrow? Or I wish I would have told my mom I loved her. I wish I would have told my friends how much they matter to me. I wish I would have told that teacher that I know care about me, that one that I know wants to see me prosper and comes into work with an organized plan. I wish I could have told them how much I appreciated them. Another story, wife and husband. True story, wife and husband got into an argument. Got into a bad argument. The husband left the house. The wife so infuriated with the husband, didn't think to call him, didn't think to check on him, didn't think to do anything, right? She goes to bed and she just thinks, they argue all the time, it's nothing new, right? I'll make up with him tomorrow. We always argue. That very next morning, she got a call that her husband was killed in a car accident. She was relying on tomorrow. Forgive me if that's the story of someone here. Forgive me if you know someone who was lost to a tragedy of a car accident or someone that was lost, period. Forgive me. But this is reality and this is real. This is honesty. I don't come here to be dishonest with you. I don't come here to tell you that life is all sunshines and rainbow, because it's not. It's not. And if you want to be someone, you're going to have to give effort. The truth of the matter is, it takes no effort to be a nobody. It takes no effort to be a nobody. That's why more people want to be on the effect side of life, because it takes no effort to be a nobody. It doesn't take any effort to go out, steal, rob, break. It doesn't take any effort. And it takes everything you got to be a somebody. Everything you got to be a somebody. The question is, are you willing to give it everything you have? Everybody raised their hand and said they wanted to be somebody. What do you want to be?
I want to be an English teacher in Japan.
You want to be an English teacher in Japan. What do you want to be?
An insurance agent.
An insurance agent. What do you want to be?
I want to study X-rays.
What about you? I know you didn't raise your hand, but you raised the phone, so it's kind of the same.
Filmmaker.
Filmmaker, and look at her. What about you?
Correction officer.
That's cool. I used to be a correction officer. I got to give you one. You one up on everybody. What about you?
I'm baker.
A baker. I can see that. I can see you baking. I'm coming. What will you bake? Cupcakes or anything?
Pastries.
Pastries? I'm coming. I need, when you get it started, I need the business card. But anyway, listen, guys. All those things are wonderful. And all those things are positive. And all of those things are going to take everything you got. Because you're not the only one who wants to do what you want to do. Right or wrong?
Hey, that
There-
makes me so happy. Like, I'm sorry, I'm crying.
No, it's okay.
But like, it makes me, I'm like, it is mad. It makes me so happy. Like, I'm watching a black man like give a speech. Like, he go through so much. Like, it is empowering to see a young black man, right here talking to us right now. It does though. So we go through a lot, and you guys go through so much, and it's like really like powerful to me right now that you're standing here doing this right now. Because we can do it too. I'm so serious though. Like, we're not given the same opportunity as everyone else. Like, what makes a difference?
It's 4 people. We got 4 people in the class crying. That's
That's
good.
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 That's good. That's good, because that same passion, that very feeling that you're feeling right now, hold on to it. Hold on to that feeling. Because when life comes at you, and believe me, life is going to come at you. You have to know why you're willing to endure what life throws. You have to know why. If you don't have a passion, if you don't have a burning desire inside of you to see things differently, to go out and tell people how things can be differently with changing your mindset, how you can feel better about yourself, how things can make more sense to you if you only are willing to expand yourself beyond what you currently see. And hold on to your dreams. Hold on to your goals. I know all of you will give effort. I believe in you. I said it in the beginning. Let me be clear here. I don't have to know you. I don't have to know your name. And I love you. Each of you. I said it at the beginning. I remember sitting in those chairs. I was a teenage father. Statistically, I'm not supposed to be here. I was the first person in my family to graduate college. I'm not supposed to do that. So what I'm here to tell you is defy the odds. And you can, and you will, because you want to. You want to be somebody? Change your mindset. Give it everything you got, even when you don't want to. When that alarm goes off in the morning at 4 a.m., trust me, sometimes I want to throw it. Sometimes I want to smash it. Sometimes I want to roll over. But then I think about you. And I think about you. And I think about the fact that I want to go to law school. And one is not enough. I think about that fact. I know one is not enough. How competitive it is to get into law school. Why? Then what's my why? What's my why? What's going on right now? How many lives are being lost? Protesters. We're just completely threatening the people who protect us. And then the people who protect us are sometimes not protecting us. But how can I ever change anything by just talking? By getting into one group of people and just talking? What's my why? What's your why? The last thing is, you want to be someone, you got to show up. You got to show up every day. Attendance. You got to show up every day. When you want to be someone, not showing up is not an option. Say that one more time. When you want to be someone, not showing up is not an option. It's not even an option. When you want to be someone, when you want to be that baker and you're baking at home and someone calls and they say, hey, can you come out? You say, I'm baking. When you want to be someone, when you want to be that correction officer and they offer you the chance to go in and reconcile a situation, you say, look, I can't go out. I have to go to work. That English teacher in Japan, the same way you feel about seeing an African-American man speak, they're going to feel the same way about you. Someone in that room is, because you only can see what you are. Perception is projection. The very thing you see in someone else, that's the very essence of who you are. Because you can only see beauty if you are beauty. You can only see what you are. You got to show up. And when you show up with everything. There is no shame in not knowing. The shame is making it okay to not know. So I'm going to close with, guys, you live in the greatest time. Just think, 50 years ago, there was still segregation. 60 years ago, there was still segregation. There were still people dying for the right for all of us to sit in this room as human beings and share ideals and laugh and smile together. Technology today gives you information at the tip of your fingers. There is nothing hidden anymore. Education is advancing at a rapid pace and is not going to slow down. Whatever it is that you want, Whatever it is that you see yourself becoming, you can. I've achieved every goal that I've set for myself thus far in life. I've had turbulence. I've had bumps and bruises. And those bumps and bruises that some of you have already had, you're going to look back on them and they're going to make you more, they're going to make you even stronger. They're going to fortify you. They're going to make you unbreakable. Life never happens to you. Trust me, life always happens for you. It's up to you to take those learning experiences and make them the best that you can and mold them to become the best person that you can, and growth never stops. Every day is an opportunity to be better. You want to be someone? Have the right attitude. Give the effort that's required. And show up every day. I thank you greatly for your time. Guys, I love you. I promise you I love you. I wish I could hug you all and just take you and we go have ice cream and cake. I don't know. Or maybe we should have some pastries. But I wish you nothing but the best. Again, thank you for your time. I love you. Take care.